You open up a 4-match road trip with a pair of tough defeats at Canisius and Niagara. Despite the results, what positives can you take from each match?
Well, we played decent and with the right attitude. Okay, so we're hustling, we're working hard. So when we're playing with the correct attitude, and we created some great chances, we didn't score. So those were the positives.
As a senior, what do you do to keep the spirits high?
Well, aside from the freshmen, obviously, everyone else remembers years past, and I think we're actually off to a really good start compared to some years. Each game has been close, and we're getting our opportunities, and it's just a matter of tweaking that last little detail or that last pass. And so I think we're right there, and I think everyone knows that, so that's confidence enough.
It's early, but it seems like Jane Schleicher started to find some of her form from last season. How do you maintain that going forward, and what will be done to get Chrissy Kelly and your other forwards into some scoring opportunities?
We're working on it. Our practice, today was about receiving, training, bringing second player in, making runs without the ball, bending your runs, checking in, checking out. So we are addressing and we're doing some functional training, and we need to also get other players involved. Not just always go, for that possibility for a through ball. Okay, how to open up the ball wide and bring the players from the outside. Okay, so the defense open up to again look for that through ball that was working very well for us between Chrissy and Jane last year.
You personally have gotten off to a good start this season with 3 goals in 4 games. Where do you feel like you are now in comparison to last season?
I think there's just sort of a different kind of motivation with it being my senior year. So I knew I just wanted to go out on a good note and reach my personal goals and team goals. So I just have that in the back of my head at all times, and so far so good.
Bailey Farbaugh, she earned the assist on Schleicher's equalizer at Niagara with a beautiful over-the-top pass. What did she do in training this past week to give you confidence on starting her last weekend?
Well, she came in as a freshman, a little bit slow. She had a knee surgery, so she really hasn't played her high school senior year. So she is just kind of getting to be sharp and to be on and learning how to play with the other players. So she's kind of evolving and adjusting to coaching very well. She's like a sponge. So practice by practice, game by game, she's falling into her role very nicely.
Adding on to that, obviously you and Chrissy Kelly were on another level last season. How do you get more players into the scoring mix going forward?
Well, Chrissy and I do seem to be in sync, and we're still getting back into it, early in the season. But with us, the two of us being on the same page and kind of leading the offense, just with our ages and our success last year, just kind of get everyone else on that same page and kind of teach them how we play and just try to work them into that and get the same mindset, and I think we'll be okay.
You complete your road trip this weekend with matches at Milwaukee and Valpo. What's being focused on this week to prepare for both teams?
Well, to connect on some of our passes, those runs off the ball, how to bring the outside midfielders and attacking from the wide channels, and also some corrections from defending, okay, and how to collapse in some things, so we always have good numbers, and out of the back make correct transition, so we don't lose the ball in that neutral zone.
Well, we were told both teams are going to be physical and fast, so we are just trying to mentally prepare for that, because it's a different kind of game as opposed to Niagara, who is also very technical and just a little bit different with possession and everything. So mentally preparing for that, and then just hoping to at least maybe snag one win and add another one to the record, and then come back and just everything's in prep for conference games. So.